4-H is well over 100 years old, and at the Sheep Show, students show off that well-known 4-H work ethic.
Well, I'm standing outside of the Sheep Building on the Iowa State Fairgrounds where the 4-H Market Lamb Show is going on. We're going to check that out in just a second. A few quick facts for you, though. There are 481 sheep being exhibited in 23 different classes today, so let's go in and check it out. Today's judge comes from Olton, Texas, and that is Mr. Logan Newsom. He and his family run a 450 head sheep operation.
Obviously, within each particular breed, there's things and factors that you have to consider. But I think when it gets down to it, this is the market animal. So one of the initial sorts for me will just be one that's heavy muscled and correctly compositioned from a muscle and a fat standpoint. And then after that, it's a show. We're trying to build these animals and make them to where they highlight some attributes that are fit for the show scene. So as we start to work through, you get your initial sort, you pull some of those that are the heavier muscled, more compositionally correct ones. And then from there, we'll try to find the ones that highlight that show look and what I deem is priorities, in my opinion. Well, it's an ever-evolving business. We're obviously all trying to make them as high quality as we can. Whenever I first started showing sheep and was younger, I would say that we have made significant strides to improve the livestock, not only in the sheep barn, but in all aspects. And so it's always going to change. There's always going to be new areas that we try to focus on as breeders. And at the same time, you know, whenever we have kids that are showing and those youth, there's always those things you're trying to continue and improve on that livestock. So I don't know if there's anything that you can just put your thumb on and say this is what has changed, but I think without question as breeders and as livestock enthusiasts, we've certainly improved each one of those species over the years and hope to continue and do so. I would say that maybe we don't have quite the extremes in the swings and the pendulum as maybe some other species do. It seems like we do gravitate more to certain areas and then we kind of gravitate back and then we go to other areas. But I think we probably try to find a little more of a middle ground. Not for any other reason than it's a slower process with sheep, maybe similar to cattle, where those animals might only have 1 or 2 babies a year, and so you can't change as fast as say you could in the swine industry where they're having multiple litters, multiple babies, and those can then really change. So we're probably a little slower, and I think in turn we maybe stay just a little more on middle ground there and don't have quite the swings and extremes. I think the quality and the depth that you guys have put together this time is absolutely second to none as far as state fairs that I've had the opportunity to sort. Classes that were 8 and 10 deep, classes that you would have an opportunity to dismiss some kids that sheep could go to different states and different state fairs and be highly competitive. So if you're an exhibitor that's not out here, I know it's frustrating. I've been on that side of the fence more so than the ones that they get to sit out here in the middle. But at the same time, if it's any sort of a small token, it was extremely competitive. There were some decisions that I had to make that I will think about for the next few days on the way home.
This is Pablo. He was the grand champion, the Iowa State Fair, and he's my friend. We actually raised this one this year, and I've kind of just picked him out. He obviously had like some important pieces to him, but yeah, he kind of was kind of cute.
Well, that'll do it for this year's 4-H Market Lamb Show. Congratulations to all the winners.